And we are live here in beautiful Dubai at the wonderful Waldorf Astoria. Mr. Ratosa has done a great job bringing people together again. You know, it's not always easy, right? And you got to remember the people that stand by you and during times, and don't forget that, because that's the most important thing. So we're here. It's been a great day so far. We've met some wonderful people. I have with me here, of course, Jorge Sebastiao. He is a normal figure here in Dubai, runs the most famous Bitcoin meetup here, and we're regulars there as well. So, George, thanks for coming on.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you on. Yes. So tell me a little bit about what you have going on right now and what brought you here to the Ratosa Summit.
Okay, amazing. It's a crypto winter, so things are moving in a slightly different way, but it's actually the best time to look and build for new solutions. So this time around, we're focusing on 3 or 4 primary areas. One area is, of course, on blockchain use cases. We're focusing on blockchain or BTC crypto mining, building the largest mining facility in the world. For that, you need to secure the chips and you need to secure the electricity. So we worked on both of those. We're looking a lot at artificial intelligence as well. This is actually a good point, because if you remember, Ethereum has gone from proof of work to proof of stake.
Yes.
So this liberates a lot of computing power in the miners that were used for Ethereum, which are mostly GPUs. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Those GPUs are perfect for artificial intelligent machine learning, machine training. And what that really means, this is the kind of stuff that ChatGPT needs. So what we're doing is repurposing all this hardware to now leverage the new growing demands of artificial intelligence. So we came here to Ratosa Family Office to talk about the upcoming year of artificial intelligence, machine learning, ChatGPT, and all associated ecosystems. So as you know, in EcoX, we started with blockchain, but we have added cybersecurity, we have added metaverse, and now, of course, artificial intelligence as well.
Well, it's pretty funny. Definitely ChatGPT and AI has been a topic at every conference. There's multiple panels. I participated in one at AIBC as they introduced ChatGPT 4, which I've been too busy to really play around with, but it is absolutely amazing. One of the things I asked everybody was, do you feel smarter or do you feel dumber now that you have this?
Well, neither. Actually, of course, you feel less capable because this thing is much more powerful than we are. But I look at it as remember many years we talked about the human cyborg, where you had the human person extended by machine. Mm-hmm. So I can look at these new technologies like ChatGPT and all that as extensions to our brain and our brain capabilities. So I don't think it's here to replace us, but it's here to make us faster, smarter, better. Remember in the old days when we started school, there was no calculators. So you had 2 choices. You had a very smart, fast brain to add the numbers and multiply them. It's got replaced by the sliding ruler, then it got replaced by the calculator, and now nobody uses these things anymore. So right. The same thing is happening in the artificial intelligence. It's replacing these repetitive tasks that nobody really cares about. It just makes us much faster, better.
Well, it's a very good explanation, and it's actually how I explained it on stage. It's just like a calculator. So what happened for me was I traditionally, as you know, put out a lot of content, right? A lot of it's tweets, a lot of it's video and stuff like that, but I've been using it to write my tweets. And so I'll say, give me 10 posts. And of course, then you have to, make sure that they're right and change things around and everything. But then I went and I didn't have ChatGPT and I wanted to write some posts and I had kind of writer's block. And I thought, God, I feel dumber now. Yes. But it's not really dumber. It's exactly how I explained it. It's the calculator. So if you have the calculator, you know that 67 times 30, you don't have to worry about it. You can just pop it in there. Now, 67 times 30 is something fairly easy to figure out. But if you don't have to figure it out, then your brain isn't operating that way.
You can use it. Remember, one of the famous guys was the guy who did the EMC square. And one of his comments originally was, one of the best tools was paper and pencil. And he always said, Einstein, that the reason why I write things down is that means I make more space in my brain for other stuff. So this is
that
really
was way
no
back
different.
then, pencil and paper.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah.
So really this new generation of AI and ChatGPT are extending our capabilities and allowing us to become better. But there's one thing that is very important. This is only going to work if two things happen. One is we have good quality of data to train the models, and we have enough data density, enough volume of data. So if those two elements come together, then we end up with fairly accurate predictive models. Then we can generate the content that is required. But if that is not there, garbage in, garbage out.
Well, it is pretty interesting. I know I'm not the only one, I'm sure, that has been trying to train ChatGPT to perform how I want. Now people take it, totally to another level, but certainly, hey, you got this wrong. It's like this, hey, it's like this. Okay, all right, sorry.
ChatGPT has passed quite a few exams.
I know, right?
Better than most. So it's a qualified driver, it's a qualified doctor, it's a qualified, et cetera, et cetera. So it has proven that it's quite capable.
So do you know how we know that ChatGPT is female?
No, not really.
Because she thinks she knows everything.
Yes, I've seen that in a coffee mug. No, I saw one of these jokes on one of the recent McFarks. I don't need ChatGPT because my wife knows everything. That's it. So
too funny. There's just a joke, folks. Just a joke. My wife loved that one too. So that's cool. So George,
I'll send you a copy of the mug.
Yeah, right. I want a copy of it. So we are a normal sponsor for the EcoX events. You'll see our logo on there all the time. George is working as well as an advisor on a loose scale, but as we need it. We have more of a model of decentralized. So even like everybody's coming off
cooperation.
Yeah, everybody even is coming off the website. See this guy right here? This is the founder right here, Impact Toshi, and we can all be Impact Toshi. Everyone is Impact Toshi. So Dubai has been, you're coming out of a wonderful World Fair that they have here, coming now into the summer. How do you feel like the temperature is here? Not realistically, but I mean in the business, and how do you think it'll go out for the rest of the year?
Well, actually, Dubai continues to expand. Over 200,000, 300,000 Russians and Ukrainians have moved here because of the ongoing dispute. But this is actually extremely good for Dubai. So now Dubai has access to much better development and much better human capital, which is very good for the region. But even when it's a little bit too hot, we just go on the neighboring countries and we spend a few days outside. So we go to Thailand, we go to Bali, we go to Cyprus, we go to Paris in Europe or London. And this allows us to cope with the very, very hot summer that we have here.
It is quite hot. Well, definitely the ecosystem is still exploding. As you mentioned, obviously we have a lot of Slavic people who have come in here, and the money is coming with them. So that's been pretty positive. What's the main thing that you're working on right now? What would you like to plug?
No, of course we are working with impact. So everything is also about impact. We're talking about carbon offset projects. We have hydrogen fund that helps convert yachts from traditional engines to hydrogen engines. We have AAA game called Outlaw. We have a funding for Hollywood movies, blockbusters called Go Real. We have a whole new announcement that is coming in the next few days about building the largest data center in the region.
Wow.
So we're working very hard on that in the last few weeks. So it's booming.
It is booming, and I know I've been talking with his partner Franco about doing some things together as well. So we'll keep you in the loop on that.
We'll have some cool events together.
We'll have some cool events together, like we always do.
Maybe in a palace or maybe in the mansion, Versace version of local mansion.
You know how we do it. Awesome. But George, thanks so much for coming on.
For the hospitality, it's always a pleasure to be both with David and Bruce. All the way, I always get the two mixed up, but that's my dyslexia, I guess, or my.
It's all good. I'll take it as a compliment.
That's good.
Awesome.
Pleasure.
We'll see you soon.
Cheers.